to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Eccles.
Here we are. We are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of the Magic Valley. We are sitting in here ready to do a podcast after Thanksgiving dinner. I've got Mark in here with me.
Hello,
I've
people.
got Mr. Josh with me.
Hello.
And we got the sultry sounds of Mr. Kevin Tarver.
Hello. The sultry sound.
Sultry sounds. So, and there we go. We lost all our viewers. You typed that, and we lost our freaking viewers.
Say something.
Way to go, Mark.
Say something about Tarver.
Glad I didn't do it.
Apparently, that's a statement there.
There you go.
Maybe the hello turned them off.
Hey, if they can't say anything nice.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was my family.
Mr. Josh.
Yes.
So we'll consider you our guest.
Okay.
You're not. What? How was your Thanksgiving? What have you done Second Amendment related? How was Thanksgiving? Did you choke on any turkey or?
Well, let's see. Second Amendment related. I had a very, very interesting conversation about firearms ownership with one of my wife's friends' grandmas.
Wow.
Wife's friends, grandma's, uncle's, brother's, cousins.
Something like that. Yeah.
They live in Mellon Valley.
Former
They
roommate.
live over in Caldwell.
Oh, Caldwell. There you go.
That's a hell of a conversation.
Yeah, it was very, yeah.
Pull it closer to you.
Pull closer. All
Yeah.
right. So it's very interesting.
Bend it at the top. There you go.
I'm just trying not to.
Make it fall.
Yeah.
So tell us about it.
Well, this lady is very, very anti-gun. Blames guns for pretty much everything since JFK was assassinated.
Wow.
I'm pretty certain that if there was a mass famine in the United States, she'd blame guns.
What a boring life.
Yeah, basically.
And so how did that conversation go?
Well, it was kind of amusing to me because she's so informed with misinformation that it was just fun just giving her the facts and then just kind of watching her melt down.
Okay, so that made for a great Thanksgiving dinner then.
Oh yeah, it was great. I mean,
Sweet.
we were kind of put in there to be the buffer between her friend's family, and I got to be the jackass that took all the heat.
Hey,
Technically, I think you're more of an elephant than a jackass. But.
Yeah. Okay.
and there's one in every crowd. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And Mr. Mark, you didn't have to work on Black Friday after all.
No, it was actually nice. Like first time in I don't know how long.
How many threaded barrel high points did you guys sell?
I would want one of those, man.
Yeah, about that. None. I don't.
None?
No.
Okay, so what were the gun deals? Of the day?
There was 10% off any regular priced gun, which they've never done before.
That's pretty good.
Actually, that's been really good for us. They had a couple of XDS, like one with a laser, one without. They had those on a pretty good deal. There's a little Rock Island 22 youth rifle they had for like $80, threaded barrel. I mean, it's one of those hurry up and get it done type thing.
Oh, that's that 22. Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's not the 22 I want. I want I want the precision. So
Yeah, no, this one's like, it's a little POS, but it's
Is that how you sell them, man?
well, I mean,
It's a
it
POS,
is. It's an
but what the
$80
hell?
rifle. It is what it is, you know.
If you don't love your kid, here.
Now, here's the thing. It does have a threaded barrel, and that's like something that, not many of the 22s do have. So I know a couple guys that buy them just for the threaded barrel.
right. You got any?
It's the one you'd want to refinish the stock right off the bat. And really, the stock is the worst part about it. I mean, it's ugly.
Huh? I'll have to check it out. I need another 22. So how many guns did you guys sell yesterday?
I counted it up about 33.
That's like way more than you usually sell.
And
obviously.
we would have had probably 35. There's a couple people went on delay. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Fantastic. Do you have any deep thoughts from behind the gun counter?
Well, on a sale like this, on a Black Friday sale, we're actually running the sale. We started on Wednesday. We were closed for Thanksgiving. And then yesterday, today, we're running it tomorrow and Monday. Today wasn't terribly busy. I'm just wondering why everybody showed up on Friday. Because the sale really...
Because it's just Black Friday. Everyone's
That's
out.
true. And that's probably what it was. Drove the, madness. But
Did you see the lines? Like it? I mean, I didn't go out, but
I stayed home.
They were posting. People were posting them on Facebook. The line at Target was like down the front of Target and wrapped clear around Target.
What was on sale?
I don't know. Target crap.
Okay, so on
25%
that
off
note,
toilet paper?
did you see the people that were camping out in front of some big box store in a tent? They had their tents.
I saw
and some
that
guy
one.
dressed up in a bear suit and started like attacking their tents and stuff.
up.
That is
guy is my
hilarious.
hero.
That is hilarious. I just
Ran
want to
through the
say
people were camped out. So dared to
kudos to that guy. He should have never got arrested for that because that is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, they arrested him.
I did not see that. That would be worth seeing.
That was You'd
You'd have to pay me to go out there and do that.
Oh, that would be. Oh, that
You'd
was
have to pay me
hilarious.
well, too.
Well, and it just the freaking people that are out there. I mean, what a good time to get mugged or cornered or freaking raped or
Well, that might have been his point,
Beat up.
kind of thing.
right.
I mean,
Or attacked by a bear. I mean,
Yeah.
hell, it could happen anywhere. So what about you, Mr. Tarver?
I've been working all week. I did nothing. I literally did nothing but work all week. I didn't even hardly sleep this week.
Work, work, work.
Yeah, I had a 29-hour day one day. Yeah.
That's nuts, man. And you still took time out of your busy week to make it here to the podcast.
Well, my week is over. And then for Black Friday, I sat at home. I had big plans to continue my week, and I couldn't. That couch just grabbed hold of me and wouldn't let go.
Wouldn't let go.
I did not move.
Well, I was going to go shoot a little bit, but then this cold front moved in the last couple of days. It's been too cold to do anything outside as far as I'm concerned. I did go running, but what about you? You were trying to maybe buy a new gun?
I was kind of looking at one. I found a guy on one of the Idaho gun, selling forums. He's got a Smith & Wesson Model 19-3, and I keep going back and forth. He wants to trade it for a Glock 17, but I don't know. It's nice, but in doing my research, it's not valued at a whole lot more than the Glock.
Right.
And realistically, it's probably one of those things I would probably just throw in the safe and
it's
not
a
carry.
revolver.
I know. And I want another woods gun, so I'm just thinking I'm just going to wait until I get a good deal on another Glock 20 and jump on that.
There you go. What about this? Did you buy that 380? That High Point 380?
No, the dude's in Idaho Falls. I found out.
Oh man!
I had $60, and I was like
actually
totally going to.
I actually called Tarver and was talking to him. I was this close to calling you up, saying, "Dude, I got $60. Just go buy it, and I'll pay you back."
Yeah, I went to the post again. I started scrolling through it, and someone was like, "Hey, where are you?" He's like, "Idaho Falls." I'm like, "Oh crap! I'm not going to drive 4.5 hours."
For a High Point, man, $60.
Well, you can get a glass trophy case to hang on the wall. A little small one, single display, and you can put it right in there. And everybody who comes in your home, and you can greet them and show it to them, man.
Tell them that's the one I killed the burglar with.
I killed a bear with one shot with that thing.
Then I made up a story to save the burglar's dignity.
There you go. I guess it's my turn. Last week we talked about the chest pack that I bought by Hill People Gear, and I actually used it. I went out and ran 3 times with it, and I kind of like it. It's a little different. You got to get used to it being strapped on your chest. You got to get the straps all adjusted, and people stare at you kind of funny. Okay, so I went out and I was wearing a bright blue shirt.
It's probably because it's freezing cold and you're running.
No, they're running too. Okay. A bright green hat, and then I got this khaki-colored bag strapped to my chest. But
dancing around going, my nipples are chafing.
I don't want to get too personal, but how was the nipple?
Actually, you know what? They stayed off the freaking nipples. Nice. So I was actually pretty impressed. I loaded it up with my little 45 shield, 2 phones, my car keys, and it actually held on pretty good. It took a little while to get used to something, being strapped to you like that. But
was anything bouncing around a lot?
No, because it's got this bottom strap. It's a little bungee cord that hooks, and it keeps it tight right there, and it moves a little up the top, back and forth, but not bad at all. I kind of got used to it. I mean, I went out yesterday morning, and I think I ran like almost 10 miles with it. So,
Nice.
Other than that, it's I kind of impressive. I'm actually thinking, though, come summertime, I want to go with a smaller one, and I might buy the smaller, what they call the snubby bag, and I can fit just my handgun in there, not my phone. So we'll
You might want to get black too.
What the crap was that noise?
I don't know.
I didn't do it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Unless it was something good, then I did it.
yeah, I might
Got
get
a
black.
thumbs up.
Did we?
Yeah.
Hey,
Carlos Vera.
sweet. So
Yeah,
that's what that noise. I've never got a thumbs up before. I was unsure.
What the hell is that? Everybody head to the exit.
It's a raid.
someone turned us in.
Single file in orderly manner.
Thank you for the thumbs up, Carlos. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you might want to get your summer bag black because that's going to show some mighty good sweat stains.
Oh, the summer bag will too. It'll be white
That's true.
from the salt, so it is what it is. I'll hose it down. It's tactical, right? Kind of.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So other than that, no, I was happy with it, and I'll probably end up with another one before too long.
Nice.
You could have an advertisement here if you send them for testing.
Well, I'm actually want to get a hold of these guys. I haven't sent out an email yet. In fact, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'd like to send them an email out and see if they can get them on the podcast and chat with them about it. That'd be kind of cool. So we can ask them questions or have them tell us about it or anything else that they make that might be handy for that application.
Yeah.
So, good news next week. If everything goes well, we're going to have Tiger back on the show. He's going to give us a kind of a recap of the run and gun over in Kentucky and kind of tell us how that went and some of the scores and whatnot. So hopefully we can get that taken care of. What else? I'm thinking about doing it now. I mentioned it last podcast. A couple people laughed. But I'm thinking about having them add a blog page to my website. I thought about doing a blog. Is a blog a thing anymore? Do people pay attention to blogs, read blogs?
Are you asking us or are you asking
I'm asking
the
you,
listeners?
the listeners. No one's talking on there. No
My
one's
wife
watching.
reads them a lot, but I think half the time it's to ignore me.
There you go.
I will read them if they have information that I want to know.
So if I
But-
wrote one, I could attach it to Facebook, obviously.
Yeah.
No.
I don't really write anything on them. I just read them.
Do you read? You aren't on freaking Facebook.
If I find somebody that, like you said, some information I'm looking for, and I can find somebody who's got it dialed in, yeah, I'll keep
Like
going
me,
back
I
to
got it dialed in, Tarver.
Okay, well, you don't have a blog, though.
I'm getting
So-
started.
We gotta start him a Facebook page.
No.
We'll just start one and just give him the information.
Yeah, I thought
Bad people will start contacting you.
I thought about trying to start him one without him knowing it, and I just don't. Yeah.
You will have people showing up.
The sultry Cajun.
I remember you.
That's right.
All right, okay. Calm down, bro.
Tarver stays on the down low for a reason.
I'm hiding out, man.
So, what do we got over
That's
there?
why I'm in Twin Falls.
Article wise, what do we got over there?
Well, we have had a shooting. Last podcast, I told you the holidays are coming, and we're going to have some shootings.
Tarver's got this one.
Oh, I do?
The mall shooting, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't hit it.
Hit it.
I don't know a lot about it. As a matter of fact, somebody posted, like I said, I've been busy
You
this
tell
week.
me what you know, and I'll fill in the blanks.
Not too much. Very little, actually. I've been real busy. The 2 people got shot in a mall. I don't think either one died.
No one died.
And now they're saying they
thought
killed
they
the
shot
shooter.
They said they killed the shooter.
But it appears it may be just some random guy that they killed.
Yeah, so that's the thing. They think it might be. They said there were some other concealed carry holders in the mall at the same time, and people talked about seeing them draw their firearms, but they never shot. And then after it went down, they put their firearms away. So after they killed the so-called shooter, they looked at his gun, they looked at the victims, or whatever, and I'm sure they looked at the bullets, and they said, well, those bullets didn't come from that gun. And so now this guy's this guy's dead. Now they keep talking. They don't know for sure yet. They think that he maybe there was 2 shooters instead of 1, and he just didn't pull the trigger. He might have been involved somehow. But
He's going to be in 5-4
yeah.
We got a dead guy.
So what I want
Sprinkle some crack on him.
what I want to focus on is the risk you take as a concealed carry holder.
Mm-hmm.
So you draw your firearm in a theater or a mall or wherever, and law enforcement comes in, you could very well end up being the target.
It happens more than you hear about too. I mean, you'll hear about so many people getting shot, and they don't say who shot them.
Right.
It's a chaotic situation. So
Yeah.
Well, that happened, that bar shooting a few weeks ago in Chicago. That's what happened.
I heard about it. I didn't hear about it, but I heard about it.
The security guard at the bar drew his firearm, took down the shooter. Police busted in.
Yeah.
The security guard still had his gun out. Police issued verbal command, drop your weapon. He failed to comply quick enough, and they killed him.
So,
wow.
And the thing is
I don't think I heard this one.
Yeah, his family's all upset and everything, but all the witnesses were like, the cops said, drop your weapon, drop your weapon. I mean, it just...
Right.
So
you got to remember, if you're carrying a firearm and you do draw it, well, you just got to know that.
Well, was this an active bar that had music playing and everything, jukebox?
I'm assuming so. I mean, it's in Chicago, so...
I mean, you get that loud music.
knows?
Drop your weapon. You're not hearing anything.
Right.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
That's
Make your
okay.
point.
Well, you got to figure out and answer these questions now. When are you going to access your firearm? Are you going to access it to defend your family, or are you going to access it to try to take out a shooter in a mall or a theater?
Okay. Maybe I'm just naive or
you're
haven't
fine.
heard anything here, but wasn't there a shooting at a hospital or something in Chicago?
Yeah.
There was
there
that
also,
too.
yeah.
Okay.
There was that shooting
How
too.
come I don't hear anything about it? Like, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about
It didn't have any sexy details. He was the girlfriend broke up with him. She was a doctor. He went there and he shot her and shot a cop.
No.
That was
He
trying to
shot
stop
two
him.
cops, but the one cop, his gun stopped the bullet.
Yeah.
Did you
Oh,
see
I
that?
saw that.
Oh,
I did see
didn't,
that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's a picture
He
of
took
his-
a round right to the holster and the gun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that saved his life, probably.
So it was a domestic thing. And
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just.
First thing when they first posted on Facebook, it's live
it's
video,
active shooter.
active shooter,
Yeah.
active shooter.
Yeah.
So
I hate that term, active shooter, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
He's
I don't
been
know.
shot. He's not
all it
reacting
is
now.
it's they're just trying to get, incite
Emotional.
hysteria
Well,
and stuff,
yeah.
There was a officer-involved shooting over in Chubbuck here yesterday. Or maybe earlier today. And it was I saw the thing on Facebook, and it's East Idaho police shoot a child.
What?
Was the headline.
Oh, I saw the headline, but I didn't read it. I just saw the headline this afternoon. So did you read it?
Yeah, I read it, and it's like very vague details. Apparently, the kid was a passenger in a car being driven by an 18-year-old. I guess the kid was shot, and I think the 18-year-old was shot too.
sweet.
But there's no real details.
There's no real details as to why they got pulled over, why they shot him.
Yeah,
why
Yeah,
they
you
so-
shot
gotta
their
love
firearm.
that media though. How they just like
Well,
overhype it and then
my
under-deliver.
response though, I mean, I'm getting all sorts of people because I'm like, are you serious? You could just said there's an officer-involved shooting in eastern Idaho. We'll provide more information
But
as the story develops.
But you know what? That doesn't help. That doesn't help drive the hype, or doesn't help drive
No.
Right.
drive
Their
the agenda.
ratings.
Yeah.
They want to cause rage. They want to cause excitement. All these active shooters, and this guy, the way they phrased it was,
Yeah.
cop shoots a child.
yeah,
So guns are bad. This is wrong. No one should have firearms. I mean, that's
Yeah.
When it fits the narrative, you get all the
Oh, yeah.
details.
And,
all the
it's,
details.
It's sad because guess what? The cops are in the bad.
Yeah.
In the bad for it now.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
cop. It doesn't. No, it's not
Yeah.
just the one.
Yeah.
well, and it's the cop. It's the cops too. But then it's with even if there's just another guy that goes into the shooting, then they frame us too. That concealed carry
Right.
holders are bad.
Yeah.
No one should have firearms. Cops are horrible.
Right.
People who carry firearms are horrible. We should do away with guns.
Okay. This I just thought of this. Who was it that was saying that the was it a general or something in Afghanistan?
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't be having his
Stalemate.
assault rifle.
Oh, yeah.
CNN.
Yeah. He shouldn't have that.
Should go over there with a
He's in a
squirt gun
war
or what?
zone. And he shouldn't have that assault rifle. It's a
Well,
war
he used to
zone.
not carry it, but about a week or 2 weeks before, he was at the governor of Kandahar's house, and they actually had an ambush, and they was trying to kill him. And ever since then, he started carrying it, and that's why he's a general. You're not supposed to carry that. I'm like, you're kind of stupid not to carry it to begin with.
Yeah, especially if you're high-ranking brass and you're over there,
You're a target.
Got a target on you.
Yeah.
We've got a target on their guys. So
Yeah.
look at that. I put you in charge.
I think I'm bad luck or something.
I put you in charge of Facebook Live,
And he broke Facebook.
and like nobody comments. They like know you're in charge of it or something. So, what else I want to mention?
Well, you were going into
Oh, yeah, what was I
what
going
time should you, what situation should you draw your firearm? What
Yeah,
kind of thing?
And that's going to be different from me to Josh, to you, Kevin, to Mark.
And per situation, too.
per
I think it's going to be
situation.
different.
Am I
for
by
everyone.
myself? Do I have my family there? That
Yeah.
kind of thing. So I tell everyone from the get-go, if I'm in that theater and I'm in the theater with my family and someone comes in, that crazy orange-haired dude, is that the guy?
Yeah.
Orange hair. They all got crazy eyes. He comes in and he starts shooting the place up. Am I going to draw my firearm and I'm going to try to take this guy out? Be honest with you, no, I'm not. I'm going to hunker down with my family. I'm going to draw my firearm, hunker down with my family, try to get them out. And if I can't find a way out, I'm hunkering down on the floor. And if the fight comes to me, that's when I'm gonna make my move. I mean, that's my personal choice. Is that right or wrong? I don't know. What's right or wrong for me may be wrong for for someone else.
I view it as responsible because, I mean, you're going to have, you're in a theater, probably at least 60, 70, 80 people, or more people, possibly hundreds more people in there.
Right.
Running, moving. You got one shooter. You got people all over the place. I mean, the odds of you hitting an innocent bystander are equal to you hitting the shooter.
Right.
And it's just responsible, if you ask me.
Unless you absolutely have the shot.
Yeah.
You can be in the same situation, the exact same situation at different times and do different things. So it's opportunity and everything else. It changes drastically on the lighting in the place. It just changes.
Depends on your environment.
Sometimes your mentality
Right.
for that day will change.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
Maybe you're pissed off that day.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing.
Maybe
though.
you really wanted to see that movie.
if you're in the mall though, or a store or somewhere like that, and you're a public place and you do draw your firearm, you just got to know that when the law enforcement shows up, you put that freaking firearm down.
Yep.
Don't try to reholster it, and possibly even put it down and put your hands up before they even tell you to.
Yeah.
Don't try to reholster it and try to sneak out, because that's probably not going to work out well.
No.
So you do what they tell you to do, whatever. But I mean, you are essentially a target, and you're not.
And I wouldn't leave either.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave.
Because you're going to be on camera, and then they're going
Yeah.
to start wasting time trying to chase you down.
And so you're not necessarily going to be a target for law enforcement too. But you got to understand there. And I don't know that this has ever happened, and it's something you hear even the left talk about. But it is a possibility
That another concealed carry.
that another concealed carry holder could mistake you for that guy.
Yeah.
Now, I did see a study, and I don't remember who did it, FBI or somebody, that was saying that people who have their firearms with them, I can't remember what the percentage was, but it's a high percentage that they're more likely
Real
to
high,
stop.
yeah.
To stop, an active shooter situation.
It's like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really high percentage.
94%, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on Gateway Pundit.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So, I mean, I think it's more, I'm a little wishy-washy on the whole, is it your right to carry concealed in Idaho? I see where it is, yes, but I also see that there's definitely a need for education and classes.
Right.
Yes.
So, I do encourage people to do it, but learn the right way to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's basically.
Well, and that's my biggest fear. I mean, my biggest concerns, let's say. And I'm not against constitutional carry or, whatever they call it. I'm not against that, but I think it allows too many people that will not feel the responsibility to go out and get education and learn how to carry it in a proper holster or learn the laws. And they're just going to pick up a firearm one day and decide to carry it into town. And I think we've all we've done our crappy carry. We've done our, fancy gun deals before. So we've all seen the pictures, right? And we've all seen the pictures of the guy carrying his firearm in his holster with his magazine out and the slide lock back, or carrying with a holster that the gun doesn't fit in, or carrying with no holster at all.
Yep.
We've all seen that. So.
And they bring up the age issue a lot, and I know, like, how old are you, Todd?
42.
Yeah,
You old son of a bitch.
I know
I'm only
42-year-olds that aren't competent enough. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I know 50-year-olds that aren't competent enough to really be carrying a firearm.
Right.
So age really isn't a factor, I don't think.
It's
I think
responsibility.
It's more of responsibility. Yeah.
But it's like you don't even know. People don't, if they don't take the classes, they just don't understand the little. We don't just discuss the laws, which you need to know anyway.
Yeah.
I discuss in my class how to carry properly, responsibly, proper holsters and all that stuff. I mean, I sat beside someone last summer, and maybe I told you this, and I'm not picking on DB Supply. You guys had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I sat beside someone. I pulled up in front of the store, parked my Scout in front of the store. Top was off. It was hot out. I pulled up next to a pickup truck. Saw a guy come out of a kid come out of your store with ammo. No problem. We all buy ammo.
Yeah.
Go into his truck, turn it on, roll his windows down because it was hot, and then pull his ammo out and load his magazine, whatever. And then he kept putting the magazine in the firearm and releasing it and reloading it, and he is all the while aimed at the front of the freaking store.
Oh my goodness.
Oof.
So it's that kind of stupidity. I mean,
absolutely.
learn the basic
Yeah.
safety. And some people know it, and I hate to say it, but some people just don't have it.
Right.
No.
I mean, and they've never taken a class, and they weren't raised that way, and they just don't have it. And it's
I still find
scary.
it funny, when I pull a firearm out of the drawer to show it to somebody, I check it.
Yeah.
And I still get people saying, "What is it going to be loaded?" And I always say, "It's always loaded." Yes,
Yeah.
you
Right.
always treat it as if it's loaded.
Yeah.
And I'm not checking it to give to you. I'm checking it for my safety, that I know that I'm not handing you a loaded firearm.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
You know?
see, I use this gun in class. It's a BB gun, okay? And even if it was a blue gun, and I use it in class because I don't want bad things to happen. I still keep my finger off the trigger, and I feel really, I don't aim it at the students at the class. I'm still got very good muzzle control, and I just shudder to think, if I'm going to aim it at someone,
Yeah.
I can't even hardly do the finger gun and aim it at someone.
Yeah.
And it's so ingrained into me, Tarver.
I've overcome my fears.
Well, and it is really people are just dumb. I mean, I jumped in on one of the Nampa Caldwell community pages here. Guy was talking about catching someone stealing packages off his porch. And this other guy's like, "Oh, if someone did that to me, they'd end up 3 bullets in them."
Man, it's just a package, man.
Like, dude, you can't go out and shoot someone for stealing a package off your porch.
Yeah. It's hey,
You'd be surprised how many people are like, "Well, but if you drag them in your house after you shoot them, forensics is going to be able to tell you they were
by all
shot in your
means,
house."
do that.
And then the warning shot thing.
Oh, God,
I have
yes.
even in class. I have people say, "Well, there'll always be someone. Well, I just want to shoot him in the leg. I just want to shoot him in the. I don't really want to hurt him. I don't really want to kill him." And I'm like, "Man, you shoot to stop the freaking threat, and you shoot for center mass. You shoot him in the leg. You weren't scared enough. Why did you even pull the trigger to begin with?" It's just some of the stuff you hear.
Yeah.
If you have to shoot somebody, you have to shoot them to stop them.
Right.
If you don't have to shoot them to stop them, there's no point in shooting them.
well, a lot of that's mindset. People watch too many movies and stuff, and like drag them in the house. It's like, you really want to kill somebody? You really want that on your head?
Right.
And even with people taking the classes, it's repetitive. It's drill it in, drill it in, drill it in, drill it in, and that's how they get it. I mean, we had a little segue here. We had another story. A hunter. This guy, was out there, and he got attacked by a bear, and his firearm wasn't really in a ready position.
No.
Wasn't even on him, I think. I think it was
Hanging from a tree.
Yeah, well, he was dressing an elk. Oh,
Yeah.
we got it.
Got it right here.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's
I
like
guess I
four-
shouldn't have segued.
It's like no, you're fine. It's like 4 pages, but no. So he was a guide, and he was out there with a hunter, and
a guide, no less.
Yeah.
They had shot an elk
Right?
The day before.
the day before. I think they went back in right to because they wanted to let it die or whatever. They went back in, and he normally carries as a Glock 20, which would be a 10 millimeter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he carries it in a chest rig. I don't know if it's in a bag or what, but he was getting, he didn't want to get it dirty while he was dressing his elk out, which is the time you want your freaking gun.
When you got a bloody dead
near
animal
you
in front of you.
that's been sitting there overnight.
Yeah.
And so he hung it up in a tree.
Magazine out,
And
chamber
he had,
empty.
it wasn't ready to go at all.
Wow.
It was a hammer at this point.
It was his buddy was able to break and get to the weapon,
His client, yes, the bear
his
came
client.
in and started to attack him.
and there was no mag in it. There was nothing in the round in the chamber. There's nothing he could do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he took off.
I think, so
See ya.
he bailed and another guy died,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
And then when law enforcement or whoever showed up, they found 2 bears in the area and they killed both of them.
Yeah.
But
Like it's the bear's fault. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to get on that.
Well, and this happened, I
Right.
mean, when my wife was working over at her office in Jackson, and at one point she was actually staying at like some hotels kind of out on the outskirts of town, and she was going out to her car early one morning, and the maintenance guy kind of stopped her and he said, "Hey, miss, there have been bears around the hotel recently. You know, so if you're going to leave this early, don't park over here by the dumpster. Park over there."
right.
Yeah.
Don't park by their food source.
Yeah.
But
Wow, that is a big spider.
yeah, there's a
There's
lot
a
in
lot
there.
of
They're the podcast listeners. Leave them alone.
There's,
Okay.
there's like 3 of them over there.
Oh yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Hey,
That's
Hey,
hey,
grief, man! What are y'all doing?
we're running a. That's our live.
That was
that's
a
our
Tarver
live.
size spider.
That's our live podcast
It's huge.
audience. That's our live podcast.
It's November, man. There shouldn't be spiders in here. Okay, never mind.
You could have 3 kills right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can drag them in the house.
Here, I'm gonna. Tarver, move.
Throw your knife.
Seriously,
Yeah.
look at that dude.
That's a huge one.
I think he's going to drag
Hey,
a mouse
whoa,
up the
we
wall.
got stuff going on there.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Mr. Facebook Live.
Hello.
Hello,
Zane.
Mr.
Hey,
Zane.
Zane.
So, anyhow, another thing that's kind of irritated me. Well, it always irritates me when I see it. And we'll start off with this, and we'll get into something else. Is I see these videos of these compilation videos on Facebook or YouTube of people handing their girlfriends or their wives these shotguns or these rifles.
Yeah, and watch it kick
And
them, and everybody
watch
giggles.
it. They watch them intentionally hold these things wrong, and they are laughing the whole
Yeah.
time. They don't correct them, or they give that kid, the little kid who's too small, this huge 12-gauge shotgun in the duck blind, and they think it's funny as hell when they pull the trigger and it kicks them, knocks them over, and they're crying or whatever. That absolutely, yeah, all right. Hey, I want to know your guys' opinion on the whole thing about if you have a medical marijuana card, and we will touch on that in just a minute. So, but they think it's you're ruining that person
Yeah.
for firearms.
Even
Yeah.
worse when they use the 50 cal. What is that? What is that, Smith & Wesson?
The 500.
500.
500.
Yeah. It's whew.
And it just, I've gone down that road with my kids, so
You
I
see
didn't set my kids up and laugh at them, but I took one of my daughters out. We were in Kansas. We were gonna go shoot some rabbits, and I gave her I forget what firearm we took out there, but she had a little youth model 20 gauge that she wanted to shoot. I can't remember how old she was. She was big enough, but it surprised her a little bit. And I knew a little voice in my head said, "Don't let her shoot that, Todd." But she wanted to, so I got her set up just right. She was holding it properly, and she shot it. Now, she didn't fall over, but it kicked the snot out of her, and I should have realized that it was going to do that. But it took me forever to get her to even pull a trigger on another rifle.
That's where the term gun shy came from.
Yep.
Yeah, because she would literally go my AR, go to pull my trigger on my AR, and she would sit there and she would not pull the trigger on AR 22, you name it. She would shake and she'd start to cry.
Yeah. Well,
Because she thought I would smack her.
I have a scar like way up here. I was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
And my brothers and one of my cousins was over, and he had a Smith & Wesson Model 29 6-inch 44 Magnum. And, they thought it'd be really cool to let me shoot it. The hammer got me right there.
Oh, man. I hate to see those videos. I hate to hear those stories.
Yeah.
As an instructor, I've had a lot of women come through my classes who they think it's really funny when the husbands think it's really funny, or boyfriends or whoever, someone in their life has handed them a too big of a firearm and had them shoot it, and they thought it was really funny to see it kick them or scare them or hurt them, and then I have to fix the.
No, there's nothing funny about that.
Yeah, then I have to fix the problem. But
Yeah.
anyhow, that's my rant on that. But let's get to Zane's question. I'll ask it. It says, "Hey, I want to know your guys' opinion on the whole thing about if you have a medical marijuana card and you are not allowed to buy a firearm." So we'll just throw out opinions on that. We'll start with you, Mark.
I deal with this a lot, actually. Not necessarily that they have the card, but there's a question on the 4473 form that says, "Are you addicted to or illegal substance, marijuana?" It lists a bunch of stuff. Anyway, people laugh at that. People comment about it all the time while they're filling the form out. And like if you're from Oregon or Washington, where it is illegal to do that. I have to remind some people that it is a federal form that you're filling out. So if you answer yes to that question, then instant no. I can't sell you the firearm. Now, having a medical marijuana card, I'm not sure, what the rules are about if you're issued the card. I know Idaho doesn't do that.
Well, where it's a federal thing.
Right.
And that's a federal form, so just like you said,
Yes.
no go. So what's your personal opinion? I think that's what he's asking. What is your personal opinion?
My personal opinion is I think marijuana should be illegal everywhere, not just like certain states, everywhere. I think it's a substance that like your mind isn't in the right place, just like alcohol would be. I don't think there's like a responsible amount to use. I don't think you should use it at all. Now, having said that, I think that if there are certain oils and stuff that can help people medically, I'm fine with the medical stuff. But for people to just, recreationally, that's a big word, use it just for, because I don't think that's right.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to hear Josh's opinion, and we're going to come to me because I think I'll very differ, and then I want to hear Tarver's. I've already got this all routed out.
Okay.
So the libertarian's going to come in the middle. So
Josh keeps up with me on Facebook.
Yeah. So my personal opinion is I completely agree with Mark. I think that it is a substance that alters your state of mind and how you can handle things. So basically, it's just like drinking if you have a gun on. That's a no. And I've gone out to get-togethers, family get-togethers, and like when we're up visiting my family in Spokane, my brothers, here, have a beer. Nope, and I'm not going to tell them no because I'm carrying my gun. I'm just like, nope.
Right.
And that's how I feel, because I wouldn't want somebody having alcohol in their system or having a mind-altering drug in their system having to possibly make a life or death decision.
Right.
Like Mark said, I do agree with the fact that oils, some components of marijuana have been proven to be useful in treatments of cancers, glaucoma, other diseases. And I fully support research and development into that area. However, and just to basically fall back on it, it is a federal form, and federally, marijuana is not legal. The states are circumventing the federal government saying that you can use it.
Right.
And so, basically, hard pass.
Okay. My opinion. Tarver's getting ready over there. My opinion is, I've never used it. I don't ever plan on using it, as of right now anyway. It's probably going to be too much information. I don't care. I don't care about marijuana. I think it should probably just be legalized, and so be it. It is what it is. That's the libertarian in me. I do what I do, and as long as it doesn't affect you, it doesn't matter. You do what you do. As long as it doesn't affect me, it doesn't matter. As far as should someone, you're breaking stuff over there. Should someone carry a firearm while they're under the influence of marijuana? I don't think they should, and I don't think they should they should treat it the same way as they do alcohol. But in the overall thing, I don't think they need to regulate marijuana. They don't necessarily regulate alcohol. It's not illegal, and they just allow us to to drink, and we know that if we get caught carrying a firearm while we're drinking, that's we're going to be in trouble.
Right.
And that's the way it should be with marijuana. We should have the choice, and if we break that law, we break that law. Medical marijuana, I know that's a lot different than recreational type use, but you still have it in your system depending on how it is. Medical marijuana can be the oils, it can be the salves, it could also be the stuff the kind that you smoke. I mean, I'm not marijuana aficionado, but I don't even think this stuff should be illegal. I think it should be legalized, and so be it. They did it with alcohol, they can do it with marijuana. But should you carry a gun when you're smoking it or you're under the influence? No. Mr. Tarver.
As soon as they find a way to tax it, it'll be legal.
Yep.
Alcohol is much worse for you. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm endorsing either one. Now, should you be under the influence and carrying a firearm? No. Same with alcohol, same with driving. There's stuff like that. But they need a test that will show if you're actually under it or if you show traces of it in your system, which may mean nothing. And the flip side of that is the slippery slope. Is it a medication or is it not? Which one is it?
Right.
Because if it's a medication, what other medications? Blood pressure medication?
Well, you're not supposed to carry a firearm if you're under the influence of anything.
Mm-hmm. Any kind of medication.
Certain medications,
but when do they start denying you the right to a firearm because you take medication?
I understand.
There's a lot of people who need antidepressants that will not take it because they're not going to get
It's a slippery slope. Like you said, it's a very slippery slope.
It is. So, just my personal opinion, I'd rather run up across some potheads with some munchies than some drunks, because some drunks get violent. I ain't never seen a violent pothead that I can recall.
Just keep a bag of Doritos in your pocket. Here.
Makes you wonder if someone who was high on pot, pothead, if maybe they aren't violent necessarily, but they would just be, if they had one, they'd just be real lax. Obviously on safety, they'd be real. You know what I'm saying?
They'd probably just take the hit. Sup, bruh?
Whoa, dude.
Hey, man, stop.
Hey, your shoes are untied, right?
What?
So anyhow, Zane, I hope that answered your question for you. That got pretty deep for the Patriot Defense
it's
podcast.
Kind of a complicated topic. I mean, we could actually sit here and go back and forth on several different things and debate it in a way and make points both ways. And I'm just trying to throw out a different angle. Is all.
Sure. Well, I think we can all agree that you probably shouldn't have a firearm if you're under. If we had to come down to the brass tacks, you probably shouldn't carry a firearm while you're under the influence of
anything,
alcohol or marijuana. Maybe not in your right mind, but we obviously differ on.
That's not in your right mind.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying.
Like scary Facebook posts.
Scary Facebook posts. And
this guy's out of his mind.
That's coming. That's
the red flag. Buddy.
That's coming too, buddy.
Oh.
But anyhow, right now, federally, you can't. Federally, you're not supposed to have marijuana. Not even supposed to have a marijuana card.
For now.
And so you're not supposed to have a firearm. When you have that, it will get you. So that was pretty deep for us.
Expect them to declassify it. I mean, reschedule it pretty soon.
Yeah. So I came across a Facebook post of there's a guy, the ASP, Active Self-Protection. You know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't. But.
Okay. He does a lot of, he'll show a video of a shooting, and then he'll say, this is what you need to be aware of. This is what you need to be aware of. This is why you need to do this and that. Anyhow, he's got a pretty decent following on Facebook.
Yeah.
Some of his stuff annoys me a little bit, but anyhow, he posted a picture on Facebook of a class that he taught, and they were just this isn't. I don't think he does it. I don't think he's a high-speed tactical guy. No, he's not that guy.
Okay,
he's not a high-speed tactical guy, and he had in his class he had like 6 or 7 people lined up on the firing line, and they weren't wearing the tactical gear. They look like dads, they look like sons or whatever, and they're learning how to defend themselves. They're learning how to draw a firearm. They're learning how to, that kind of stuff. Do so safely. He he posted that up there and was talking about his class. And anyhow, these people start commenting on it and going down. Well, this guy's doing this wrong. This guy's doing that wrong. Oh, they all got bellies, or they all. How come they're all wearing flannel? How come they're all wearing pleated dad jeans? And
why is the guy's shirt above his nipple?
Yeah,
Stuff
so
like that.
Why is he wearing an Adidas tracksuit?
Yeah.
Hey. Let's not insult the Adidas tracksuit.
But anyhow, that just kind of irritated me too, because you're always going to get those. And there's a lot of those comments. You know, some of these guys, they sit there on Facebook, they watch a bunch of videos, and maybe they go take some tack to cool, and that's, you know, mall ninja type classes, and they think they're just awesome. Okay. The majority of the people out there who are going to carry a firearm are just like you, just like me. They have families, they got wives, they got kids. Okay, they're going to go take their kids to soccer practice. They're going to go to the school and go to parent-teacher conferences, and they're going to go to their work Monday through Friday, and they're going to mow the lawn on the weekends. Okay, they're not dressing up, you know, in all their 511 gear every single day. It's just not what they're doing. And it just, I don't know, it just irritates me when you got good people trying to do good things, trying to take a step in the right direction, and you got these mall ninja idiots that jump on there and just berate them, and it just pisses me off.
Got a spider coming at your face.
He's under your mic. Thingy.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting overrun here. Yeah, I agree. And you start where you're at. I mean, what next? I mean, you don't want a person in a wheelchair to be able to defend themselves or something? You don't want somebody, I mean, come on.
Right.
You start where you're at and you start going forward. And nobody, I mean, if you want to, if you enjoy it, go do all the training you want to do, get your ninja outfit, and go to town if you like it. But
look up Voda.
Yeah.
That's not everybody's
Don't
ready for
encourage
that.
You're going to get some people looking that up and they're going to follow it.
But yeah, you can't down people. I mean, I don't know.
It just irritates me when I see those comments. And the guy on the Facebook page, he took it in stride.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just like, that's why I have to really be careful on Facebook, because I'll end up getting a bad name because I'll go on there and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, who was the guy making the derogatory comment?
Oh,
what was he?
There's a
Just
couple
some
guys.
people that follow the page, and they just get on there, and it's probably the same guys on every post.
Yeah.
Just thinking they're cool. I mean, you know those guys that, I don't know. There's just those guys out there just think they're Johnny Mall Ninja guy, you know.
My Glock says ZevTech on it, so I'm a better person than you.
Well, they get, and propaganda is used for a reason, because like it or not, it works on all of us to some degree or another, and we all have built-in stuff from that, and that's the kind of crap they get from movies. Some of the most dangerous people you see, dangerous people in the world walk right past you, you'll never know who they are.
Right.
And they will slice you to pieces, and you don't think nothing of it.
That's why I don't leave my house.
Todd has to register as a lethal weapon.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anything else we got down there, guys?
You know, and that's like what you're saying. That was Hollywood just blows things up, and makes it seem so. I don't
Makes
know.
it seem so cool. You know, you dress like this, you act like this, you go to the mall like this, you're gonna get all the freaking girls, man.
It kind of reminds me. I remember Liam Neeson. He was like, you know, all of his movies, he's like toting guns around and stuff. But then he's telling people, you know, they shouldn't have guns.
Yeah,
and
guns
I'm
are
like,
bad.
And I'm like, so which one is it?
You make money off.
You make
of them.
money off of that.
Yeah.
So
you're going to donate your salary for these movies back to...
I'm
You should
kinda
only
like,
pay attention to firearms when you come to
isn't
my
that being a
movie.
hypocrite? You know?
Oh yeah.
Somewhat?
Well,
I mean,
that's freaking Hollywood for you.
oh yeah, totally.
So, what do we got down there, guys? Story-wise, that we haven't touched on today.
Oh, let's see here. Let's see, we talked about that.
I did shoot my first turkey.
Did ya?
Yeah, I was wondering why everybody in the store was running now.
Oh, this one. I read about this. Some dude went into like a religious supply store.
Oh, yeah.
in
There's a
St.
religious
Louis.
supply store?
Yeah. In St. Louis. So
Like,
it's
what
not
do you
Idaho.
get? Like rosary beads and holy water and stuff.
Bibles.
there?
Apparently so.
Bibles.
I guess there
Yeah.
have to be a store for that. I mean, it's just
Crosses.
Yeah.
okay.
And he drew a gun and he led...
Wait a minute.
Three
a
women.
religious supply store.
Yeah.
What religion?
That I couldn't tell you. It doesn't say. But Catholic supply store
You
says
got
right here.
rosary beads. And,
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
No,
And
you the religious store. With
It
people
was a
pulling guns,
religious
I'm like,
supply store. He was obviously going there to finish the story. He was
Yeah.
going there to pick up a few Catholics.
Yeah.
So anyhow, that's how I should prove.
That's none of your business. Sorry. But anyways, he drew a gun and marched was it 3 women to a back room, forced them to undress and
I heard that.
perform sex acts on him,
Yeah.
and one of them refused, and he shot her in the head.
Yeah.
He's still large too, isn't he?
I think
I think
they
he's
know
still,
who he is. They know who he is, but I don't know if they've caught him yet.
Didn't they have a picture of him tied to
Yeah.
the story? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Be prepared, man. Carry wherever you go. Carry wherever you legally can
Talk
carry.
about pure evil, man. Just targeting the religious supply
Yeah.
store. Come on now.
We got another thumbs up, Tristan.
They
thank
might have
you.
took it back.
No, they didn't take it back.
It's
You
a
talk
very
about evil, man. Just
Oh
good,
yeah.
See?
good grief.
Nobody's gutsy enough to say something about Tarver.
What? You shouldn't. I can track you down. That's too much work. Never mind.
So I'm counting down the days. We are almost to the end of the year, and I've yet to see anything about the PD.
Don't say it.
The
Don't
PD.
say it.
The
Oh,
PD10.
man.
Oh,
I look like once or twice a week, man. What are you writing down over there?
Well, there's just things that pop in.
Okay,
Just take
no
them.
problem. Whenever I say something, you take a note.
What are you, a
At
cop,
this
man?
point, I would just give up on it. Honestly, I mean, it's kind of. I don't think it's ever coming.
You know what's not coming in either so far is my damn munitions rounds.
That's
I'm
true. I
Good
forgot
grief.
about
I
that.
forgot all about that.
Track those down probably Monday.
they're in the same truck as the PD10s.
Great.
They're not coming from Nigeria or something, are they?
They might be at this
From a
rate.
Nigerian prince.
I'm not sure.
I think you've been had, my friend.
Speaking of that, I've been getting a lot of phone calls from Egypt on my
Me
cell
too.
phone.
Egypt. What's up with
weird,
that?
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm not answering that call.
Yeah.
There's not a chance
It's like, dude, not today, ISIS.
that I might know somebody out of Egypt.
So,
If anybody in Egypt's listening and wants to call, 1-800. I don't know. What the
we didn't even talk about our number
We didn't.
today.
Oh.
Nope. We were gonna throw that out there.
We were going to throw that out at the beginning. We didn't.
You should paint it right underneath your
Follow-
Oakley Rogerson
There you go.
sign.
Yeah, just put it on the door and have it on camera
we
the
didn't-
whole time.
Yeah, well, we got the TV fired up today, the big screen. Man.
Yeah.
Big
We're,
screen.
we're moving up.
Nice, yeah.
We're moving up. So I think if we're all done, then I think we've got parting thoughts. Actually, hang on. Let's do the number.
Yeah. What time is it?
Unless I'm missing something. It's been about an hour.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, about an hour.
So share question. Share your. Yeah. Okay, I botched it already. Share this on Facebook. Share. Podcast. Send the links. Copy whatever you got to do. Get it out there. Let's hear from you. Any questions, comments, gripes, complaints? You want to argue with us? Go ahead. We don't care. Podcast hotline 1208-696-4397. Leave a message on there. We will talk about any topics or questions you might have. Also reach us at email patriotdefense13@yahoo.com. And Todd has a new webpage.
Don't forget to check out my
Yay.
webpage, patriotdefense13.com. That's patriotdefense13.com. Check it out. You can leave a little review at the end if you've taken a class from me. That'd be awesome. And hopefully in the next week or so, I'm going to have my blog page, which I will try to get something up every week. I've been thinking about 3 days. I was, writing a big backlog of articles so I could just release one every week. Yeah, that hasn't happened. So blog page, it may show up for a little while. If I don't use it, I may pull it down. But we'll get it on there. We'll get it up there, and we'll give it a go. So. Other than that, like the podcast, like the Patriot Defense Facebook page, give us a review, share it with your friends and family. Mm-hmm. Parting thoughts, Mark.
DirecTV was free HBO, Showtime, and everything this weekend. It's been pretty nice.
Sweet. So you're staying busy. We'll tell you what. We're going to finish up here and let you get back at it.
No, that's what I'm going to end on. No, I just, with the holidays and everything, there's a lot of people out there that aren't fortunate as some others. So if you have a chance to even just talk to them or say something nice or, help them out a little bit, that'd be awesome.
Take him shooting.
Take them shooting.
A lot of people depressed. I don't know if I
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
want to take them shooting.
There are
Screen
people that
them
are
first.
depressed. Yes, screen them or whatever. Just help your fellow man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Good deal. Parting thoughts, Mr. Josh.
Kind of along the lines of what Mark said, it's the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, a lot of people are on a higher stress level. Don't be stupid. Give people some grace. If you're feeling in a bad mood or angry, stay home. And above all, don't drink and drive. Don't be an idiot.
Well, there you go. We got some deep Cajun thoughts from Mr. Sultry himself.
I love the Cajun thoughts. Those are the best ones.
The Rougarou, huh?
The Rougarou.
Well, we're getting close to the holidays, and we should expect shootings. We should expect a terrorist attack. A lot of people, we had a significant terrorist attack around the holidays, around Christmas, and people seem to forget that it even happened. They act like nothing was there. And I just want to tell everybody, when the holidays are here, remember the Nakatomi Plaza. All right.
I knew that's where he was.
Oh, man.
I knew that's where he was going.
Oh, I forgot about the Nakatomi Plaza.
Never forget the Nakatomi Plaza. It happened. I saw it.
Me too.
Thank you, John McClane.
Me too. 12 times.
Christmas isn't Christmas until you've seen Hans Gruber fall from the 12th story of the
With that
Nakatomi building.
terrible. It ain't even CGI, green screen, but it's terrible. Anyway, no, it's the holidays, and be careful out there, folks, and watch out for crowds.
There you go. Stay at home.
And don't drive in front of me. I'm tired of you guys doing 30 miles an hour in front of me.
Yeah, me too.
All right, that's it.
Stay at home. Do all your shopping at home online, unless you're going to go to D&B Supply and see Mark and buy
don't
buy a
don't
gun.
online shop. Come and see me.
buy a gun and some cattle feed. Maybe some dog.
It's a one-stop shop.
Maybe some dog wormer and a baby turkey.
1,000 pounds of dog biscuit. Hey, you killed one of your turkeys, huh?
I killed them all.
You killed them all?
They're all dead.
Jeez.
Shot them all in the head and breasted them out. Cut
Wow.
their legs off.
I think you got a taste for it there to kill them all.
Hey, man, I'm a bird hunter.
Okay.
He does it the easy way, though.
I shot one. It died. I waited.
They're in a pen, man.
I waited till the hen walked up to the dead.
You really killed them all?
To the dead tom, and she was looking at the dead tom, and I said, "Oh, you want to join him?" And then I finished her off too.
Boy, it's
Sadistic,
ruthless.
man.
Um,
That's
So
That's
anyhow,
almost like the WKRP in Cincinnati turkey
that's
massacre.
right.
right.
That was it.
Off the top of the building. Oh, a helicopter.
That was a horrible parting thought, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's how it starts.
So anyhow,
They're going to get
we're all-
worse, trust me.
Yeah, they are. Anyhow,
I'm not seeing
stay
anything.
safe out there. Don't forget to buy your wife something for Christmas. Okay, and if she's got a
Oh.
birthday between here and Christmas,
Yeah, I got to get one of those.
a
wife?
yeah, one of those. Anyhow, stay safe, and we shall be back next week. How's that sound? And hey, why don't you do me a favor? Why doesn't everyone go get their guns and clean them? And when you get yours cleaned, let me know. I'll bring mine over. You can finish mine too.
I was going to say, you should talk.
I know. So anyhow,
I'm
until,
safest. I live 2 hours away.
That's true.
until then, see you next week.
Sayonara.
So yeah.